Hello, Kim Croucher here from Interlude Mind Body Fitness. Jillian and I are going to show you an example of how to wake up the muscles, the posture muscles of the upper body by getting the shoulder blades moving. So Jillian's going to show you this laying down on her back. You could also do this sitting with your arms reaching forward. So reach your arms up toward the ceiling. Palms are facing one another and your arms are about the width of your shoulders apart. Your goal here is to try to keep the arms about the same distance apart throughout the whole exercise. Now, just to reinforce our neutral alignment, before you get to this exercise, you want to make sure that you've done your breathing exercises. We've got many in the repertoire for you to refer to. You've got your pelvic position established after doing some pelvic rocks, mobilizing that area. You want to make sure you've got your leg stance. And of course, you want to make sure that the head is supported and the neck and tops of the shoulders are in a tension-free position. So once we establish that, then we'll get the shoulders moving. So on your next inhale, Jillian, I want you to reach your fingertips toward the ceiling and notice how her shoulder blades are beginning to lift and leave the mat. And as she exhales, she's going to bring the shoulder blades back to the mat, creating lots of width across the chest. Let's go again, breathing in. And as your shoulder blades lift, they're also spreading apart. As you bring them back to the mat, they are drawing a little closer together, creating width in the chest. Keep that going, Jillian, and I'm going to get you to do the same thing at home. Continue moving, continue breathing, and I'll give you a few more things to think about or notice as you're performing these exercises. So she's breathing to go up. Now, if you're not mindful, as you bring the shoulder blades back, you might end up overdoing it and thrusting the ribs up, losing your rib cage stability. So be mindful of that as you bring the shoulder blades down, that you still keep that subtle hug, that connection to core, and the back of the ribs restful. So you're not exaggerating that movement so much so that your rib cage lifts off. We're going from ideal into what's called protraction and back to ideal. Now, if you are noticing through the neck that the neck is moving, again, the movement is a little bit too large. So Jillian, just show on, let's go up again. And as you bring the shoulder blades back, overextend in the neck. So you can see if you're getting that movement, noticing your chin lifting and lowering, you've got to refine the movement, make it a little smaller, a little bit more subtle. Now let's go back into that ideal, Jill, ideal posture. This time, let's go into a little bit of retraction, bringing the shoulder blades closer together toward the spine, and then restore that neutral. And let's try with the breath, inhaling to breathe, to bring the shoulder blades closer, and then exhale to widen the shoulder blades and rest back. Now for the retraction, because you're going beyond ideal into a little bit more motion than is preferred, you will notice that your ribs will rise a little bit. That's okay when we're doing our retraction. When you go back to neutral, though, make sure your rib cage settles back into ideal. One more. Retract and return back. Finally, you could go into more of a full range of motion where you're reaching the fingertips up, straight up toward the ceiling. Reaching up and then bringing back through neutral, bringing them back and keep going all the way through to retraction. Protract, reaching up and retract. Pass through ideal and keep going. And again, reach up. And keep the shoulder blades moving all the way back into retraction. One more time. Waking up those posture muscles, feeling the difference between where your shoulder blades rest on your back and how it affects the whole upper body. Thanks for watching.